everybody. We've got a great show coming up for you today. Thanks for being with us. You're watching The Hunt with me, your host, Trish Hunt. And like always, we are on the hunt for great stories that shine a light on people who are just getting it done, people who are so passionate about their hobbies that those hobbies turn into real lifelong businesses, people who exemplify that we just don't have to be one thing our whole lives. People who turn the art of relationship building into lifelong careers. So I love these kind of people. I talk about many of them in my upcoming book, From Stuck to Unstoppable. And we need more of these positive, inspiring stories in the world right now, especially right now, right? So, I mean, I look across our communities, all across the nation, and we're really just now coming out of what will probably be the most unprecedented event in most of our lifetimes. Of course, I'm talking about COVID, where we have been cooped up, either alone or maybe even with family members, maybe even with family members who don't always get along that well, which we can really get stressed out about, and it causes a lot of anxiety. But finally, we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. The weather is turning, the days are getting longer, we can move about more freely with less restrictions. We're getting our freedom back. We're climbing out of the hole, so to speak. And sometimes when you're climbing out of a hole, changing your life, doing all the work, you just need a break. So we're going to give you a break today. So here's what we have. We have a master brewer. Now, keep in mind, we broadcast out of San Diego, and maybe you're watching in New York or Tampa. You might be watching in Charlotte or even Austin. In any case, as they say, happiness is not far from happiness. And for San Diego, that's a pretty big deal. So sometimes deemed the craft brewery capital of America. And we have one of the top 3 craft brewers. That's right, one of the top craft brewers. An unbelievable story about a guy and his wife who started in his garage. So talk about from stuck to unstoppable. Truly a great story. We also have a branding expert who is finally going to explain to us what the difference is between branding, marketing, advertising, and how all those are integrated together. We might even have time to dive into NFTs, the hot topic of the day, with our expert, a guy who is the epitome of not putting himself in one box. He'll show us the ropes. And then we have, can you believe this, a guy who has produced not tens, but hundreds of concerts. In fact, he used to run a sports arena in one of the biggest cities in the US, and now he's running one of the biggest concert weekends in North America. So we're going to have some fun today. And let me tell you why it's so important for you to take a break sometimes. So we are always looking to explore the journeys of so many people in business and in life, who go from point A to point B. And maybe they started in a rocky place. Like most of us, life isn't always smooth sailing. And I can tell you, going through this, and many of you already know my story. I was widowed at a young age in my 20s. I found myself a newly single mother of 2 toddlers, and I had to climb myself out of a pretty deep hole financially and emotionally and all those things. And I can tell you, sometimes you got to just set everything aside and give yourself a break. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to set some things aside and have some fun. So we're going to talk to experts in marketing and branding, music, entertainment, and beer. So settle in, kick your feet up, get ready to relax and have some fun. I'm Trish. You're watching The Hunt. See you in a minute.